Summit1g ran into a salty teenager the other day while playing Sea of Thieves, and I just want to let you guys all know right now, I am not knowledgeable on all the lore, the strategies, and the gameplay of Sea of Thieves. I simply enjoy really watching Summit play this game. So if you guys can leave me a comment down below explaining this game for a casual and how exactly it works, I will love you forever, because regardless of this, it was actually him and his team stealing some loot from some other fellow pirates out there. You guys can just tell how bad I am at talking about Sea of Thieves, but one of the funniest clips I have seen in a long time, as they stole this loot from the enemy duo, as they were a quad taking on these two other pirates. Well, one of the guys or kids confronted Summit and asked him, "Why are you still playing video games in your 40s, dude?" And they went back and forth for a long while.
I can light one whenever.
Whenever you want.
They're both on board.
Do it right now where they're both standing there. You're gonna die if you're that close. Throw a bomb at it!
Light it and run.
Oh god!
Yeah!
Oh!
No, I'm dead.
I'm dead in the water, I'm dead in the water.
Me too. Me too.
Wait, it auto killed me.
Get his ass. He turns around. What?
But I mean, if you want to just bully a sloop, I mean, I guess that's up to you. So.
Well, okay. Well, how did we bully you? Where do we come from?
You're the galleon over on that other island. We saw you guys, but.
But.
What did he say?
What do you mean bully?
But.
I mean, you have a crew of 4 people and we have 2, so.
Yeah.
True, but here's the big difference, okay? We could be a crew of 4 people that just rolls the galleon over here and broadsides your sloop, or we could be a 4 crew that is out here on 1 life and no ship, and if you did your due diligence and looked around a little bit, like 4 feet from your ship, the big tower right there, you could have stopped us from doing so. You know, so there was some things you could have done to prevent. I'm just saying it wasn't all us.
Kegs are risky, man.
Not the kegs on the ship are a no-go. You know that's risky. You know that.
I think they're coming back in.
They're worth a lot, though.
True. You took a risk, you know.
Nothing. A risk versus reward.
Dude, you're like 40. Why are you playing this game?
I'm 36.
Why are you being that way, man?
I'll have you know.
Why are you being aggressive? Like, we're
That's
just
mean.
talking.
It took like a half hour to do that, so.
He needs a bomb.
I know you're here.
Listen, you know,
Yeah,
I once had a
I figured
57
that out.
warrior die that took me like a month to get, and I was playing hardcore, and he's dead forever now.
And from what I can tell, what Summit and his quad did was maybe a bit rude, but you know, albeit it's a game of pirates where you're supposed to be stealing treasure from other pirates and players. At the end of the day, I think a lot of hardcore players or players in general would understand where Summit's side is coming from. Again, explain the gameplay down below so us casuals can understand exactly what went down when they met up with these kids, took them down, and then took their loot, giving some of their lives in the process. Regardless, the whole back and forth between him and his team and this kid, who they just began questioning, okay, who didn't sound like a high schooler, but he says he was, you know, why would I play video games when I'm in my 40s? Certainly there's better things to do with your life. And Summit just saying, like what, man? Like what is there better to do? Do you just think you're going to fall out of love with video games out of nowhere? Like you just turn off and flip a switch?
Did you know I'm also a 2K I-rated iRacer, MX-5, widely known internationally?
He's a big deal. He's got gloves and everything.
I do have like 3 pairs of gloves. Yeah. Listen, man.
All right.
It's all good, brother. It's all good, man. Listen, it was a good fight. I'm sorry that it happened like that, you know?
Sure.
Damn, he's not
You do
taking
you,
it.
I guess.
Never.
He's
It's
not
just,
taking it. He's
it's
not
just a
taking it.
game,
Listen,
man.
I understand how
Yeah,
it feels,
I
though. I understand how it
I'm
feels.
I'm just a
I
little
want
bit
to kill
annoyed.
him right now.
I understand completely how it feels. I'd be
I mean, not really. I just don't understand why you're 40 years old and playing this game still. So.
Well, I mean,
Not
what game
really,
would
then
you?
you
What game
insult
do you
people?
think you're going to be playing when you're 40?
What would you-
When do you think you're going to stop
Probably
playing
no
games?
game.
What's the age? What's the age?
No game? Okay, when do you cut off?
What's the cutoff
When do I
age?
cut? When you're out of high school and college?
Out of
So you're high
college, you
school?
just hardcore stop playing games?
You're a high school kid?
Yeah, I'm in high school. Yeah.
How old are you?
All right.
Why does it matter?
Well, I mean, you foresee yourself in the future quitting something you love, like video games? Do you not love video games? You just cruising through it.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of a waste of time when you're that old. But
Well, how do you know? You're not old yet.
Recreation.
all right.
It's all good, man.
Well,
This
I'ma
shit
sit here
happens.
and,
You're gonna
wait.
sink some
I'm
motherfuckers
gonna wait
soon.
Until,
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna wait
Yeah.
until you guys get all the stuff on your ship, so I get all the treasure donated. But that's fine.
Okay. I'm with that.
Ain't no reason to get all offensive and insult people.
Yeah, man.
I don't know why
You know, you're gonna
like
be old
40,
too one
so.
day. You know.
Okay. That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah.
You know, age catches up to everybody, brother. One day you're gonna be 40, and you'll remember this conversation
Oh.
about
Yeah,
the
so
I don't
time.
think I'm
Kid
gonna
yelling
remember
at
this
you about it.
conversation. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, you'll have more important
When I'm
things
40,
going on.
I'm not gonna be playing video games.
Drugs
So.
right now?
What do you think you'll
You're
be
high on
doing
drugs
out
in
of
high
curiosity?
school?
Like, what's like? So you'll have your job, right? Maybe you'll make like good money. But what will be your like? You can be golfing. Like, what's gonna be your jam then? What you give up video games for? What? What are you gonna do?
Yo,
Yeah. What are you doing for recreation?
You give up
we
cartoons
played
too? You don't watch
children's hockey
cartoons
game
because
in high
cartoons
school.
is kind of like an elementary school thing. You don't watch them anymore, right? Now, so you're in high school.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay,
think
you
you're
got to
gonna do
give
for
up
recreation
things. You got to
when
give
you're
up
40?
things you love once you get older. So, what's the replacement? You gonna start knitting?
And one of my favorite things to think about was I don't know if this kid knew he was talking to, but probably the worst example possible to calling out an adult guy who's in his late 30s, mid to late 30s for Summit now, who's been streaming for God knows how long, is you're calling out one of the most OG streamers who has made millions of dollars during this waste of his time, you know, past his 30s. Something he says he will do for the rest of his life has benefited him probably more than most other people in the world. So it just poor timing of examples to use, you know, on someone like Summit, who's done very well for himself and just enjoys video games even as an older man.
Well, I hope you enjoy your life, and just remember, like, it's just a game, man. Everything's cool.
I
ain't gotta be
understand
rude.
it's a game, man.
You ain't gotta be
I
rude.
understand.
Also,
Have a
remember,
nice day, man.
you will be 40 one day too. It catches up real quick, man.
And I won't
Also,
play
yeah,
video
don't trust
games
a
when I'm
fart.
40, I know that.
After 30,
Good advice.
That's
Good
what you
advice.
think.
that's one of those. Yep,
that is very true.
it's a good one.
All right, guys, I got all
Trying to think of other wise things, but I've only been
Thank you.
30 something for a little while now. I'll see you.
That guy sucked.
Yeah, he's a little ass.
Little shit. That's why I didn't stay on the island, because I would have started ripping him a
Yo,
new
man,
asshole.
yo, that's gonna be the get used to those insults, guys. Right? Because people are gonna be calling us 40 for a long time.
Honestly,
Yep.
I'm not being aggressive, but fuck you and your life.
You're like 40 playing this video game, bro.
It's like I'm not mad. I just want to know why you're playing Sea of
you.
Thieves as a 40-year-old man.
I'm not mad. I'm not being rude, but you're a fucking loser. What do you think you're gonna be doing when you're 40?
Listen, that guy thinks that randomly you just hit a certain age and you're just like, hey, you know,
Oh, yeah.
I think video games are over for me. You know what I mean?
The
You know what?
Xbox just like
I think
deletes.
T-shirts over for me, and I'm sorry, I gotta wear collared shirts from now on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I had a buddy like that.
The jeans are gone, the khakis are in. You know.
And it kind of got me thinking, like, man, when am I going to stop playing video? I don't know if I'm just crazy thinking this. Have you guys ever had those discussions with your friends? I still play several video games with my friends back home on the weekends. You know, we get up on Discord, we'll play League of Legends, we'll play Smite, we'll play Fortnite, Call of Duty, and it's like the best of times. Even me and my girlfriend will play video games in our free time when we can. Like, we watch movies and we play video games, and it's just super freaking fun. Have you guys ever thought about, like, when the day's going to come that all your buddies just, like, get married or have kids and they can no longer game with you anymore? It's just kind of like, it's a deep thought, huh?
We're gonna go do exactly what we did to you guys to other people.
Oh my gosh, dude, how do you have nothing better to do? Ow, I don't understand.
What do you mean? We're pirates.
What do you mean?
I mean, I just got
That's
off
what I do
work,
for
man.
fun, man.
You know how
It's
fun
time to
that was
game.
for us?
You would think, I
It's
mean,
time to game. I
mean,
guess.
what
Change
I mean,
tires
so.
for 12 hours.
when you get off work when you're 40, what do you
Mechanic?
think you're gonna
Well-
do? You think
Well,
you're gonna go
$40,000
golfing?
a year,
You know,
action.
maybe,
I'd love to see it.
you know, he didn't want to take a little bit of wisdom. You know, he'll take that wisdom later in life. I'm telling you, when he's 40, he's gonna remember this shit. You think I'm lying?
will.
It's the little things
Oh,
you
absolutely.
remember. I remember some stupid fucking things that people told me in my life. I still remember the day in DayZ where I stole this guy's beans and he said I put my dick in those beans. There's no reason for me to remember that at all. But I
Yes,
have
there
for like
is.
years.
Yeah.
But anyway, what do you guys think about this one? It was just so funny. Like, I feel for the kid, you know, didn't know who he was calling out. It's obviously the name of the game, so I understand both sides, you know, but it's just hilarious, the discussion that some of his buddies had about, yeah, what else is there to do when you're 40? You know, you can be productive and play video games too. It's just like any other hobby that you spend time doing. Whether you go outside to play a sport, play golf, go on a walk, or play a video game with some homies, it's all equal time spent in our free time trying to enjoy ourselves, you know? So what do you guys think? Funniest discussion I've seen in a long time from the man himself, Summit1g. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for commenting. What do you guys think about it? Thanks for sending us stories. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you back here sometime soon. Bye.